Hello everyone, today we are exploring the city or the town of Huntsville, Texas, which is about 45 minutes, maybe an hour from my house in Cut and Shoot. And right here behind me is Interstate 45. You go that way, you head to Houston. You go this way, you go the town of Huntsville's behind me. You go even further, you go all the way to Dallas. And when you drive past this, when you're entering Huntsville, on the south side of Huntsville, all 45, is this massive statue behind me of Sam Houston. The statue in total is 77 feet tall from the base. The statue itself is 67, but this platform it's standing on is about 10 feet tall. So yeah, when you're driving through Huntsville on the south side, you're greeted with this, letting you know that this is the home. This was the home of the first president of Texas, Sam Houston, and one of the fathers of the state. This place is the Sam Houston Museum Park. For decades, I really don't know if it still happens anymore, but for decades, there would be a Civil War reenactment battle here, and it was called the Folk Festival. And Paw and Dustin and a couple other people in our family would come here and have like a Civil War era camp set up here. And of course they were the Confederates, because our family were Confederates. We're from Texas. We've been here for a while, so our family were my ancestors and the Morrow's ancestors were fought in the Confederate Army during the Civil War. Yeah, so they would come here and have cool reenactments. And this place right here particularly is called the Duck Pond. And as you can see, there's a goose right there. Sometimes there's a lot more depending on what time of year it is. It's early spring right now, but I guarantee you in a couple weeks or a month there'll probably be more ducks here, but there are some nesting. Like there's one right here nesting in the bushes, and there's a couple geese also in the bushes nesting, and also there's quite a few turtles here too. You look around and you can see so many turtles. Turtles over there, turtles all along the bank over here. Oh, there's one. But yeah, there's geese, ducks. It's called the duck pond, but there's mostly ducks, but also quite a few turtles too here. It's kind of a cool, nice place here in Huntsville. I always like coming here when I can. All these cypress stumps, so many of them along this little brook here. Comes out of the side of this hill. And they all come from, I guess, this tree right here, this cypress tree. These are some old cabins. I don't know if they're authentic or if they're just replicas of cabins and houses that were here in the mid 19th century. They're very pretty though. Flowers are blooming in this garden right here. There's a pond just right over there. This is another cabin. This one is actually says it's part of, it was a Sam Houston's law office. Pause that to read it. This is what the inside would have looked like. Yeah, this is like, yeah, he was a lawyer. This would have been his law office at the time. This house right here is called the Woodland Home. Sam Houston and his family lived in this house for 10 years, from 1848 to 1858. Sam Houston ran for governor of Texas in 1858, and in order to pay off the debts he accumulated with campaign expenses running for governor, he sold this house so that whenever he became governor, he would be debt-free. So all this land belonged to him, but in 1858 he sold it all whenever he became governor. So we're gonna go ahead and look in the house right now. So this little thing right here, some of you might know this is a dog trot. And you have the two separate sides of the house, not quite attached, and these doors open in order to make a breeze, because this house faces north. So you have this northerly wind come in and kind of cools the house down during the summertime, time before air conditioning. This is the bedroom, or one of the bedrooms. This is the living room over here. Beautiful old piano. Or I guess might have been called a parlor. Yeah, probably the 19th century, probably more called a parlor. Trying to zoom in so you don't see the glare on the glass. As you can see, there's a chair and a table in there. Yeah, there you go. It's a very pretty room. This is the vegetable garden over there. Used to be a lot bigger back in the day. We'll go up the stairs just a minute. And their side room. I guess this would have been one of the children's rooms, maybe. We'll go upstairs now. Okay, this would have been one of the other bedrooms. There's a glass right here, just in case y'all couldn't tell. That's why I can see my reflection. This must have been one of the girls' rooms. There's a doll in the chair. This is a page about the Houston children. So this cabin right here was the kitchen. All meals that the family ate were prepped in this cabin by some of their slaves. Yes, they owned slaves. I mean, they were Texans in the mid 19th century. Anyone with wealth owned slaves. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, the meals would be prepped in here and they brought into the house. And probably, I guess, they would have eaten in there or wherever, since I've not seen a formal dining room yet. This house right here is called the Steamboat House because supposedly it kind of resembles a steamboat. This is the house where Sam Houston died in 1863, because even though he won the governorship in 1858 and was inaugurated in 1859, he did not serve a full 4 years because, well, he was against secession. And when the Civil War started, he refused to support Jefferson Davis, and so he resigned as governor. And he spent his last 2 years in this house, because this house right here, we were just at, he didn't own anymore, he sold it. And so he rented this house. Now, this house is not originally from here. It was from a place further north of here, along the Trinity River. And he spent the last 2 years of his life here before he died in 1863. This is the plaque outside the house. Give you all a little bit of time to read that. Pause it if y'all must. This was Sam Houston's bedroom. And this is the bed that he died in. Can't get a good angle because of the glare. But this is the room he died in, and that's the bed. Another thing that Huntsville is famous for is the Texas state prisons that are here in the town. This is one of them right over here. And this is the Texas Prison Museum right here. A museum dedicated to the history of the prison system here in Huntsville. And we're gonna go inside. These are some of the artistic things made by prisoners. A cross made from matches. Tons of furniture. A replica of a prison cell. This right here is Old Sparky. Between 1924 and 1964, 361 prisoners were sentenced to death in that chair. And those are the old controls. There used to be a prison rodeo This is the old Huntsville Unit, the original unit of the prison. So I just got out of the prison museum and it was pretty good. It's a small prison, or no, a small museum. It's a small museum, but a good museum. If y'all definitely come here and are interested in that kind of stuff, I definitely recommend it. But behind me is the original Huntsville Unit, the old prison. This is the main facility, and also this is where executions in the state of Texas are and were performed, in this building behind me. So if you are a prisoner sentenced to death here in the state of Texas, this out here is some of the last stuff you will see of your time on Earth before you enter those doors right there and will be lethally injected, or back in the day, electrocuted. But yeah, this is Sam Houston's grave here at Oakwood Cemetery, the oldest cemetery in the town of Huntsville. Sam Houston was born on March the 2nd, 1793, and died on July 26th, 1863, at the age of 70 years old. It's a little noisy here, but that's because we're in the middle of a pretty busy college town. These simple crosses are the graves of the unknown. They're the graves of people that are unmarked and unknown. Nobody knows who they are. Almost like a potter's field. But they were given these crosses as a form of dignity in the afterlife, even though nobody knows who they are. Many of them are believed to be slaves or people who died in the area that nobody knew, and they were given these crosses as the last form of dignity, since they were not given proper burial and no one even knows who they are today. this is one angle of Texas. This is one angle of Sam Houston State University here in Huntsville. Very prominent college in the Houston area. A lot of people come here. A lot of people I know came here, and including my mom. She is an alumni of this school. This is her alma mater. Graduated here. And so yeah, she came here. A couple of my family members came here. And some of my friends come here, or came here. Some of them go to different colleges now. But yeah, pretty prominent school in the area. Let's see if I can get the sun to block. Yeah. All right, everybody, home now, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all liked it. Huntsville is a town that I've been quite familiar with my whole life. As I said, my mom went to college there. Dustin went to college there for a couple of years. A couple other people I know in my family went to college there. Some of my friends went to college there, or are still there right now. Some of them were there for a year or two, but transferred to different places, whether it be, I guess, A&M or Texas Tech or other UT, more advanced colleges. Yeah, it's a nice town. As I said, you know, we used to go there in May with the Folk Festival with Paul would have his camp set up reenacting the Civil War, and it was an interesting festival. It wasn't just it was Civil War era, because there would be actors, actresses, women wearing 1860s dresses, men wearing 1860s suits. There's people there, even still, that are dressed up from the time period because they work for the Historical Society to show people what life was like during the time. And I'm sure you'll seen things like this, you know, these little historical villages, and people will be dressed up like people from the time to give people perspective on what people and life was like in the place at the time that they're focusing on. But yeah, I'm quite familiar with Huntsville. It's a place I've been going to for a while, as I just said. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all liked it. I hope y'all might want to visit it, or some of the other towns I talk about in this channel, like Cold Spring 2 weeks ago and now Huntsville today. I haven't decided where I'm going to go, but either next week or the week after, I don't know. So either next Saturday's video or the Saturday after. That would be, yeah, 1 week from today would be March 2nd. 2 weeks from today would be March 9th. One of those days I'll be doing another travel video. I don't know when, and I don't know what town I'll be going to yet. I'll have to look into it. There's a couple other towns in my area that I'm sure that I would love to show y'all. Sorry. Another one, the town of Livingston is a nice place, has its charm. There's another town called Liberty. There's a town, west of us called Old Town Montgomery. I'm sure y'all probably think it's nice. Navasota, I like to show a College Station. Aggieland, which is cool. where Elijah goes to college. There's tons of other places that I'm thinking about going. I just don't know where I'm going to go next week or the week after yet. But stay tuned for that. I'll definitely let y'all know. By Thursday's video, I will have decided where I will be going and if I'll be going somewhere next Friday. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Oh, my bag fell. But yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'll be telling y'all where I'll be going or if I'll be going somewhere at all next week. But I hope y'all like these type of videos because I enjoy doing them for y'all. But anyway, thank you for joining another episode of the Daily Life and Adventures of Ben. Come again. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, thank you.